Namaste, friends. Welcome to our weekly series on tax and corporate law updates. Let's begin with the latest developments under the Income Tax Act. The Chennai ITAT, in the case of ICF Silver Jubilee Nursery and Primary School versus Deputy Commissioner of Income Tax, has ruled that if an educational society runs two institutions with gross receipts under 1 rupee crore per school, its income is exempt from tax under Section 10(23)(c) (ed). Moving to the Surat Tribunal, in the case of Piyush Ghanshyam Modi versus Additional Commissioner of Income Tax, it was held that a penalty under Section 272(a)(1) cannot be levied merely because the assessee failed to attend summons in post-search proceedings. Since the assessee had already given a statement during the search, the penalty was unjustified in the absence of willful default. In another significant ruling, the Mumbai ITAT, in the case of Assistant Commissioner of Income Tax versus Union Bank of India, held that interest paid on innovative perpetual debt instruments, IPDI, qualifies for deduction under Section 36(1)(e), as it forms part of the cost of funds in the banking business. Meanwhile, the Ahmedabad Tribunal, in Vardhaman Stanavasi Jan Shravak Trust versus Income Tax Officer, ruled that corpus donations for a building fund cannot be treated as voluntary donations for taxation purposes under Section 143(1). Additionally, it emphasized that a delay in filing Form 10B is a procedural defect. If the form is submitted before the conclusion of appellate proceedings, exemption under Sections 11 and 12 cannot be denied. The Bombay High Court, in Images and Communications Private Limited versus Income Tax Officer, upheld the denial of TDS credit where the corresponding income was not reported in the tax return. Similarly, the Delhi Tribunal, in Asset versus Sri Himanshu Garg, rejected an exemption claim under Section 54F, as there was no evidence of a residential house being constructed. Photographs revealed that the land was used for brick manufacturing. Lastly, the Mumbai ITAT, in Kaish Life Sciences Private Limited versus Deputy Commissioner of Income Tax, ruled that an unsecured loan from a 50% shareholder, backed by PAN and bank statements, should not be taxed as unexplained credit under Section 68. Now, let's move on to the latest GST updates. The Delhi High Court clarified that a company providing software development services to its foreign parent is not an intermediary, and hence, qualifies for GST refund on unutilized input tax credit. The Kerala High Court ruled that the term, month, in GST appeal filing means a calendar month, not a strict 30-day period. Meanwhile, the Uttarakhand High Court ruled that if a GST registration is cancelled due to 6 months of non-filing, it can be restored upon submission of a revocation application along with pending returns and outstanding dues. Now, let's discuss major updates in corporate law. The Reserve Bank of India (RBI) has announced liquidity measures, including open market operation (OMO) purchase options of 1 rupee lakh crore in 2 tranches on March 12 and 18, 2025. Additionally, AUSD INR buy sell swap of $10 billion for 36 months is scheduled for March 24, 2025. The RBI will continue monitoring liquidity conditions and intervene as needed. In an important ruling by the Gujarat High Court, in the case of Ambika Ornaments versus Rahul Ramniklal Shah, the court upheld the acquittal of an accused in a cheque dishonor case under Section 138 of the Negotiable Instruments Act. The judgment emphasized that the complainant failed to provide sufficient financial records or prove that the accused received the goods in question. Moving to the Supreme Court of India, a critical ruling was passed concerning the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code (IBC), stating that penalties imposed by the National Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission (NCDRC) are regulatory in nature and do not qualify as debt under IBC. As a result, the moratorium under Section 96 does not extend to such regulatory penalties for consumer protection violations. That concludes this week's tax and corporate law updates. Stay informed and make well-informed financial decisions. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. For expert financial services, visit www.nmindiaadvisors.com. See you in the next update.